So you're telling me that after so many screw-ups, after putting myself through so many disappointments, Disney finally got it right, allowing me to end this marathon off on a good note instead of a crushingly disappointing note for once. I guess miracles really do happen, don't they? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Animation Station. I'm searching for anything and everything animation. Welcome to our final review for Disney-Vember. Now, before I begin, though, I should give a little bit of extra context because I said that the next review is going to be Raya and the Last Dragon, and I was more intent on doing that. But on this most recent rewatch, I found out that the movie did not hold up nearly as well as I thought it did. Back when I first saw it, I thought it was emotional, I thought it was fun, I thought it was action-packed, and I thought it was an amazing film that really deserved more attention. Watching it now, I can see what the critics were talking about. It is a movie that is so confused and contrived that the honeymoon phase and the rose-tinted glasses thing are gone. When I really saw this movie for what it was, I saw it exactly as the critics did. It is not a good movie. If I did review it, it would be a 4 out of 10. Heck, I technically already did a written review on this movie in my community posts. Same goes for Encanto. This is a movie that was just bad. It was not even a movie. It was just a bunch of animated music videos stitched together by the most thin and half-efforted of plots imaginable. And when your movie has no story, you lose all interest with me. That's why I gave that movie a 3, by the way. So, now here we are. Oh yeah, Strange World I skipped too, because it was disappointing when I first saw it, and it's only gotten even more disappointing watching it now. So, I decided to skip those and just go straight into the final big movie that this whole marathon has been leading up to all month. Let's talk about Wish, the 100th anniversary celebration movie of Walt Disney Animation Studios. Now, before I actually begin the review, though, I feel like I should talk about Once Upon a Studio, the little short film that was played before this, and technically also came out a week beforehand on CBS, or was it ABC? ABC or CBS. It was on television, is what I'm saying. So, talking about the short film for a minute, it is an absolute delight, and there are so many references, so many characters, so many nods to classic Disney. And I will admit it got me a little teary-eyed at the end, hearing all the characters sing When You Wish Upon a Star. That short film is absolutely incredible, and you guys need to see it. And not to mention the amount of original voice actors they got to come back to these roles, even if it was just for one line, is incredible. Seriously, go watch that short film. That's an easy, 11 out of 10 at least. Phenomenal short film. So, now finally actually getting to Wish itself, this movie was make or break for me. Because I had been suffering through so many disappointing Disney films that I was on the verge of just going back to not even watching or reviewing them anymore. Outside of content for worst lists every year. Because that's really the only reason I saw some of the movies I did that were Disney related or Disney adjacent last year and the year before that. So, this movie was make or break for me. It was either it's going to be great and it's going to pull me back in and remind me why I love classic Disney so much, or it's going to remind me about how much I freaking hate modern Disney and all their bullcrap and make me just want to completely stop supporting them entirely. So, how'd this movie go? Well, the critical reception at first was not a good sign, but Thankfully, just like Mario movie, they were so wrong that it wasn't even describable. Wish is the movie that Disney has been needing for years. For literally years. The last great one that they did was Moana in 2017. That means we went, how long? Let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Like 5 or 6 years of nonstop mediocrity after that. Yeah, you can imagine why I was sick of it. But thankfully, this was that movie that reminded me about why I love this company so much, or at least the classic version of this company. Wish is a fantastic spectacle of a movie, and there's no way I can try to do it justice in a spoiler-free review. So instead, I'm just going to read off my little quick written review that I have on my Facebook and leave it at that. And maybe talk a little bit more later. Excuse me, I'm fighting congestion a little bit. This was the bounce back that Disney desperately needed and did an amazing job celebrating its 100 years of animation history. Great characters, superb voice acting, the best Disney villain in years voiced amazingly by Chris Pine, stellar music, the title song being the definite standout, outstanding storytelling, gorgeous animation that's almost on par with Puss in Boots 2. Yes, I said what I said, fight me. Fantastic setting, consistent tone, wonderful pacing, a lightning-fast runtime that's somehow even shorter than Mario movie was. And that's saying a lot, because Mario movie was a really short film. And pretty high rewatchability. Its only flaws are the annoying Valentino. I'm sorry, this dude was annoying, and his butt jokes made me want to roll my eyes. I'm sorry, I appreciate the voice actor, and I did like how they tried to be more traditional with this comedic relief, but it didn't work. He was annoying, and he was the worst part of the movie. The unremarkable humor, outside of Valentino's humor is the worst. The rest of the humor in this movie is okay to sometimes pretty funny. And average writing. Yeah, this movie's writing's pretty average. It's not revolutionary writing, it's more of an anniversary of the writing that Disney has usually turned into a trademark. So, if you're expecting, super high quality writing, you're in the wrong place. Especially considering the fact that this is modern Disney we're talking about here. So, I wasn't very impressed by the writing, even though I did think the dialogue was pretty good. Highly recommended, one of Disney's best movies in years. Yeah, easily one of Disney's best films in years. I've sat through so much Disney mediocrity, especially in the past 6 years, that I have wanted to just stop watching these movies entirely. But this is the movie that has reminded me why I love Disney so much, because when they put their minds to it, and when they actually give a damn about their audience, and when they actually try, they can create some of the most amazing things in all of animation. Heck, take a look at Gravity Falls, for example. Yes, it's a series, but just follow me here. Look at Gravity Falls, for example. That was something that had so much time, effort, and passion put into every single frame that it became a huge cult classic. And one of the most critically appraised shows in all of Disney's legacy. Or, heck, let's talk about something a bit similar. Well, simpler. Let's talk about Phineas and Ferb. That show, despite being simple and not very different for Disney, it was still high praise because of its great writing, fantastic characters, and most of all, again, passion and effort. When there's passion and effort in your movie, you do a better job reeling in your audience. If you just throw out a shallow, desperate cash grab, you're not going to make your audience as invested as you think that you are. Especially if you rely on the same old tricks you've been using for a dozen years. This, while definitely having some of those old tricks and some of that repetitiveness, it still felt like something new, something original from Disney, which we had been waiting for years, for them to finally give us something original again instead of another remake or another sequel or another prequel or, some kind of franchise installment. When in reality, the reason why we love Disney so much is their pure originality. When Disney uses that originality to its finest, they can make some of the most amazing films that you will ever see in your life. Heck, I talked about a good bit of them in this marathon. Lion King, Aladdin, Pocahontas, Hunchback, Hercules, freaking Emperor's New Groove, Treasure Planet. Wreck-It Ralph. When Disney actually puts their minds to it and puts originality before rehashing, they can make a much better product. And this is a prime example of that. Yes, there's still some of the old Disney tricks in here. Yes, there is a lot of references to old Disney if you're paying attention, but it didn't ruin the movie for me. If anything, it made me nostalgic for how far Disney's come in all these years. And what I wish for them to be was in this movie. Sure, they were pulling some of the same tricks. Sure, it wasn't super revolutionary or nothing, but it was original. It was original and it felt like it had a purpose again. It wasn't a desperate cash grab. This was a fantastic film that reminded me that when Disney puts their minds to it, they can make some incredible art that can be remembered for generations to come. I'm not really sure what else to say except for the fact that this movie's incredible and you guys need to see it as soon as possible. Heck, I'm probably going to go see it again this Thanksgiving weekend when I get a chance because I love this movie. And it has helped me realize how much I love this company, despite all the crap that they can pull about some of the soulless, desperate, cash-grabbing crap. Underneath the surface, underneath that rough exterior, on the inside, they can be one of the most amazing companies in the world. And this was a perfect example of what happens when Disney puts their minds to it and puts originality before profit. I'm going to be absolutely heartbroken if this movie bombs because this is easily one of Disney's best movies in a long time. And I'm happy I finally saw it, and I'm happy that I get to end this marathon on such a great film. I literally have nothing else to say, guys. Final verdict for Wish is an easy high 9 out of 10 and a high recommendation from me. If you love classic Disney, this is right up your alley. This is the first modern Disney movie to feel as classic and traditional as possible. But it doesn't use it as a crutch, it uses it as an asset. It's an incredible movie, and I'm so glad that we finally got another one of those Disney movies that I can put up there with the greats. Thank you, Disney. Now please get your crap together and make more of this and less of your other stuff. Okay? Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for watching all of Disney-Vember. This was quite a project, and I only hope that you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts about these movies as much as I did, telling you about them, and some of these first-time watches, especially Treasure Planet. I'm so glad I finally saw that movie, and I'm so glad I got to see this, too. And again, I'm just happy I got to end it on a high positive note instead of crushing disappointment for once. Do more of this, Disney, and I will be a little less harsh on you. That's it for Disney-Vember. Thank you guys so much for watching. All we have left now is a tier list, so until the next video, I guess have a great day, and I'll see you next time. I guess wishes really can come true, huh? See you next time, guys. Have a great day.